Welcome to the Indie Music Plus Facebook Live Broadcast, episode 39. With featured artist Isabeau. Also, music from the Joy Dolls and the Smash Idols. And now, your hosts, JoJo Keys and David Warlock.
Welcome to the Indie Music Plus Facebook Live broadcast, episode 39. I am JoJo Keys, owner and founder of Indie Music Plus, sitting here with Mr. Partner David Werba. How'd you like the intro video, dude? I spent like hours and like 20 minutes on it today.
I think it's awesome, Joe. I'm not too happy about that. We paid about $2,000 for the voiceover artists.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you about that.
Yeah, but who was it? I'm just curious.
That's my wife, Sarah.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it was free.
$2,000 for the voiceover. Yeah, for your wife. Okay, that's great. Okay, so we're broke now, but go ahead.
No, she's going to pay me later. Don't worry.
Okay.
Did I just say that? Okay. So anyway, I want to say hello to everybody that's in the room so far. We got Miss Allison Krause. Hey, look, it's Allison. Who knew Allison was here? Mr. Ryan, David Dwyer, a couple other people hopping in right now. So we're just letting some people pop in. Dave, the VR placement submissions are going wild. What do you think?
I don't know. Last week we had a dozen or so. We got 40 now. That's pretty good. We're pushing it out a little more. And people are putting their songs in that Facebook group. Wow, I didn't even have to ask Sam Gonzo to put it in there. It's already in there. I mean, that's how sharp the guy is. He's not only sharp, but he's also solid.
It's a mountain.
It's as solid as several mountains.
Here we go. We're falling into that joke again.
No, it's all right, man. You got to let loose, dude. We're going to do a mountain review site maybe in a few months, but that's the VR placements. We're getting close. We got like 12 days left, and we got about 40 songs in that group. We'll probably have like maybe 75 or 80 in a couple weeks. And then we're going to have a panel of judges that choose which song is a best fit for the production of choice. And we have the documentary, and we also have the VR Scout show, VR Scout Live, for the intro music. And they're both going to happen around the same time. And we're, like we said last week, we're already in talks with other shows, other live stream shows that are looking for intro music. So like if you're an artist, a new artist, you don't have to be like a client, or you don't have to have ordered a service from Indie Music Plus. You can just drop your music in there. You'll still get considered.
Yep.
Yeah,
cool stuff. And I've been talking to some friends about the, the Facebook Live and shows and stuff like that who are looking for music. And it's just going to be a whole new, different way to do things. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited to be working with Enlightened Audio Visual, producing our shows and stuff. And we got, Sonia came into the room. I don't know Sonia. I don't know if I know Sonia. I think Allison knows Sonia. But so anyway, let's go ahead and then listen to some music, man. What do you think?
I think there's one more quick thing, man. I'm looking at our website right now. We got this the social sharing widget, and there's like a lot of competition going. I mean, Be Easy has been dominating with like 287 social shares in the past few months. New Aristocrats are rising fast, and
they're working hard.
Majesty is a brand new review. He's already got about 160 social shares. So
yeah, that's crazy. I'm glad you mentioned that. Because we're gonna listen to some music here. We're gonna hear a little bit of another video that I made today. We're gonna start throwing these into our show, and it's gonna start making it just that much better. So see you after the song.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook, and don't be shy, share this out.
So anyway, let's go ahead and listen to the song. This is going to be Bring the Invasion by the Smash Dolls. Guys, go ahead and like our page, share this out. Let's go ahead and get 100,000 people in here tonight. Music Plus Facebook Live broadcast. JoJo Keys here, hanging out with Mr. David Werber. That was "Bring the Invasion" by the Smash Dolls.
Smashed Idols, Joe.
Smashed Idols. I'm sorry. Why did I write that? I wrote that in wrong. My bad. Sorry.
There's a reason for that.
Confused. See?
There's a reason for that, and that's our third band, but we'll get to that. But
see, that's what happens when I try to do too many things at once. So
that's all right, man. What do you think about this, man? What are your thoughts?
I really like this band. I thought that this stuck out to me a lot. They're I believe they're from LA, and they're writing some really, really awesome edgy rock, which is what I like. You know that. So yeah, Smashed Idols. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I liked it, man. I love them. I mean, a lot of the music that I pick, I don't pick. I mean, unless it has, I don't necessarily have to like the genre per se, but as long as it has what I'm looking for as far as quality, authenticity, if you will, behind what they're doing, good song, that's pretty much the requirements to be on the show. But I do like them. I really like them a lot. So what'd you think?
The musicians were.
How's that moonshine going for you?
The musicians were really, really strong players. I mean, I didn't hear any flaws in the talent of the musicians. It was really tight. Drummer is awesome. Vocalist, all that stuff. But this style of music, to me, I think it begs for a really strong, meaty bass. And I just didn't hear it. Like I listened to this a few times, and I was struggling to hear the bass line, period. And we use the word thin a lot in tinny. It's just I think that's not a fault of the players. I think that's more about mixing and engineering and EQ and all that stuff. So if the band's listening, I would just have them take another look at it, because this style of music, man, you want that that low end underneath, because that's just going to make it more powerful. And that's really my criticism on this song. So
yeah, sure. And it's all, indie budgets, you can only do the budget.
Sure.
Plus, a lot of times with, indie budgets, it's the people doing the engineering themselves. So you have to, we've always talked about that, taking yourself outside of the, the recording atmosphere and getting a new eye on it or new ear on it and stuff like that. So maybe that's, I don't know, maybe they needed that. So
yes.
We have a really special guest tonight.
I'm aware of that.
You did know this, didn't you?
Yeah.
The legend.
I have a lot to say, Joe. So you want to lead us into it?
I do. But first I want to say hello to Sandra Sparks.
Okay. That's all right.
I'm having trouble seeing. I'm watching my comments on my tablet down here. For some reason, it doesn't refresh quite as well as I'd like it to. So Rob's helping me out to see stuff, so I appreciate it. So yeah, the legend, Isabeau, is here in studio in the virtual green room with us. So shall we bring her on camera? I know she's a little bit nervous.
A little bit.
Isabeau, there she is. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, pleasure. It's so great to have you. We've heard so much about you over the past year on Blab and from our friend Allie. So yeah. Allie is actually in the green room with us as well tonight. So shout out to Allie. So you made it home just in time to make it on to the broadcast with us. Why don't you tell us about that? Brief us. What were you doing? What's more important?
It's not going to sound important, but it was. I was having coffee with a friend that I haven't seen in a year.
There you go. Cool.
We finished our conversation at 5:15, and then it continued into the parking lot for another half an hour. So, yeah, that's why I almost didn't make it. My bad. Hawaiian time.
Cool. Well, we're gonna talk to you just for a minute here, and we're gonna listen to your song. Honest Conversation. Did I get it right? I'm just not even.
Yeah.
I'm getting anything right now tonight. Is your name really Isabeau?
It's Isabeau, like Isabeau in your hair. Have you seen Lady Hawk?
I have not, but
Lady Hawk.
Another question I have for you though is, how do you pronounce that other name there? Waia'u? What is that?
It's Waia'u.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So in that little mark, it's not an apostrophe, it's an Okina, and it's Hawaiian. That's my middle name. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So Dave, you want to chat with her just for a minute, and then we're going to have her introduce her song Honest Conversations for us.
want to save my thoughts for after we play the song, and then I want to talk to her about 45 minutes. Is that all right?
Yeah. That's
I have a lot of questions.
That's normal.
Oh no.
All right. Oh, I have a lot. So yeah.
So Isabeau, will you please introduce your song "Honest Conversations" in about 30 seconds or less for us, please?
Yes. So this song is called Honest Conversation. And actually, I think this take is one that I collaborated with a friend named Austin. So a lot of the other vocals and some of the instruments in it were compiled by him. But yeah, I'm going to let you just listen to it.
Awesome. Honest Conversations by Isabeau on the Facebook Live broadcast, episode 39.
Where is the substance that makes me want to stick around? Where is the content that makes me want to stick around?
Technical difficulties. Sorry about that. Probably my fault too. Because I'm sorry about that. That's totally my fault. We'll listen to that later.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds perfect.
Keep it going, Joe. Keep it going.
Oh man. So that was Joy Dolls with no. I'm kidding. That's an export problem, probably. If I can fix that while we're on air, real quick, okay?
Okay.
I'll be back.
Should we just all sit here and like be?
No,
silent?
have a chat.
Okay. Well, let me talk to
It's
her.
live TV. Come on.
Yeah. I'll talk to Isabeau for a little while.
Sounds good. Okay.
All right, Isabeau.
Yes.
I had to drink a really tall glass of wine before tonight's show to numb some emotions because I think you did it. And I'll tell you why. I think you achieved what I feel is the most important goal in any artist, and that is to spur on emotion from the listener or the viewer. You know, it doesn't have to be just music. It could be an artist, a painter, it could be a comedian, it could be an actor. And if you can spur on a strong emotion from them, like, to me, you've won, and you did that. And I like listening to the song. I had heard a little of your stuff before, but listening to this song today, like I almost got a little choked up, and there's really a lot of beauty in your voice, and yet there's a lot of strength, like the strength of 1,000 angels in your voice. And I mean, it's
my face is reacting strange, so I'm
that's all right.
screen.
That's all right. I know it's I don't mean to overwhelm you, but that I like you did it. That's just how I feel. And I mean, the style of music, I thought I was preparing for this critique to be kind of like Elizabeth Hayes, which was an artist a few weeks ago, where I felt like she can go in so many different directions. But I think you're hitting on the right style of music for your voice, which is it's almost like a folk, but it could cross over into pop like Tori Amos. And I also thought of Plum. I don't know if you're familiar with Plum, which In Your Arms or In My Arms is one of my favorite songs. Iron and Wine is another one. Just a real like mellow sound with beautiful female vocals. If I could push a button and have 10 million people listen to your voice, I would do it, because that's what I feel is like warranted. I just
Cool. I wish you had that button.
yeah, I know. But
That'd be awesome.
I know this. I don't know if this sounds like if I'm just glorifying or anything here, but I feel like I want to congratulate you for creating the art, period. Just such beautiful art, period. And aside from whether you've sold a million albums or anything. It's just, it's worthy of that just because it was created. And I feel it's like a crime of humanity for artists like you not to create and not to put your stuff out there, because it just, it moved me. And I think, I know it moves, like Allison was kind of she really got this, made this thing happen. I mean, we're like months in the works here. Allison Krauss, basketball player, country music legend turned massage therapist. So she's kind of like, push you along to just get your music out there a little. I know you're kind of a reticent marketer in a sense, but I'm talking too much. What do you have to say?
I guess I was surprised. I actually joked with Ali because when I first heard about the broadcast, even when you guys were on Blab, the first question I had for her was, is this a roast? Like, am I coming on here? Do I have to prepare myself to have it, have songs torn apart? But so this is a pleasant surprise. And it's nice to hear because music has always been, it's always been in my family and me, but it's not been the main thrust of my career for a long time. So I guess to have voices like Ali, or even feedback from people like you who say that you're hitting upon something and to continue with it. I mean, it's not just affirming, it's kind of a relief, because it's what I've been writing and sharing. And as time has gone on, I've gotten more opportunities to share it more often. And there's always that sense of like, is this just a hobby that I'm giving way too much time and effort towards? So it's really good to hear that what I've been throwing myself into, that it's being received on the other end. So
no, it is. It is. Yeah. It is. And I've come across a lot of artists where they have the talent and they're not sure what they want to do with it. They can go in so many different directions. And just another thought on just moving people. It doesn't have to be always tears or sadness. Yeah. It can be laughter. It can be anger. It could be like physical movement. Like if you're watching a heavy metal concert and you just want to like bang your head, or you listen to disco music and you just have to dance. Like if it's creating some type of emotion or movement in the listener, again, that's what I like. How is there a better compliment than that? I can't think of one, because what's it all about? I mean, that's, I mean, some artists say it's like, I do it for me or something. That's all that cares to me. But I don't know, to me, if you're moving people, that's like the primary goal in my opinion. Yeah. What do you think about that point right there?
What do I think about that point?
Yeah.
I think it started years and years ago, like when it was just me on a borrowed guitar in a bedroom, that it definitely felt like it was for me at first. And I don't know how much of that was just because I was younger and finding my voice. But it definitely has transitioned to not just that I write something for someone else, but it means something moves me enough and I feel compelled to respond to it. And I realize more and more that the easiest way for me to communicate, whatever it is through song. So it's like first it's with me, and then when I share it, it's kind of like a conversation, honestly, that if it's just me talking at someone and there is no response back or movement on their part, it's a sad conversation. So I want that response back, and I want to know how it moved. And like you said, did it also stir up, I don't know, anger in them or what type, emotion? Like you would want to know what type of emotions that it stirred up. And for me, it was happiness, but it was like almost touching. And that's why I was almost, I mean, Sam Gonzo is bawling right now in the green room, just uncontrollably. Rob Hicks passed out. He's lost consciousness with happiness right now. But we're thinking of replaying the song. But one last point before that is the whole like reticent marketer. I've talked to Ali a bunch about this, and she's
she's always trying to promote you. She's trying to get you out there.
I know.
Push you along in a sense. But
yeah.
I mean, for an artist of your talent, what I've found is that if you're good enough, people will resonate towards you and just want to get behind you, as opposed to just maybe a below average musician that just markets the hell out of their stuff when it's probably not like worthy or ready of it.
Yeah.
And so, so I just, obviously I'm sure you probably want to thank Allie just for making this happen. And I mean,
seriously, thank you, Allie. Wherever you are. Just kidding. I know where you are.
So, hey, Rob, if you're ready to play the song again, okay, let's do that. And then Joe, you can bring us back in, man.
Okay.
Where is the substance that makes me want to stick around? Where is the content that makes me want to stick around? Where is the substance that makes me want to stick around? Where is the content that makes me want to stick around? Everyone misunderstands your ambition. Everyone can't seem to follow your direction. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, call it what it is. The follow through is broken. Call it what it is. You talk a lot of bullshit. Where is the substance that makes me want to stick around? Where is the content that makes me want to stick around?
Okay, so to the listeners who didn't catch it before, you probably know what I'm talking about right now. Put your thoughts in the chat. I mean, that song really moved me. And props to Austin Paul. I mean, he's listed as a producer and mixer, but what did he play the guitar? Was he actually singing harmonies with that?
Yeah. So I sent him what I'd originally done for YouTube, and he just picked it apart for his project. And then I came in, did the lead vocals, and then we partnered with the harmonies. So, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey, Joe, say some final words, man.
Yeah, man. So I was a little busy in your conversation, so I didn't really catch all of it because of my technical difficulties that I created for myself earlier in the day when I actually was supposed to be making the song ready for the show. But yeah, man, Isabeau, you're awesome. When I heard your music, Allie was talking about you and stuff for a while, and everybody's talking up their friends and stuff. But when we heard you, it was like, it was a no-brainer to have you as a feature. So we're going to be featuring you on the website. You'll have a 7-day feature, with this video, your video that you are featured artist video will be on the homepage. And we'll be promoting it for a few months, 6 months or so, and eventually it'll kind of just fade off into the distance, but it will always be on our website for as long as it's up. So, you can always send people there because it's going to look good and it's going to be really nice.
Cool. Thank you.
So thank you very much for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
So we're running a little long as usual, but that's my fault per usual.
No problem.
So let's go ahead and move on. I said goodbye.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you.
It's just a comedy of errors tonight, but that's okay because it's live TV and it's fun. And we're with enlightened audio-visual producers Robert Hicks and Sam Gonzo, and they're just making it super easy and fun. And if you guys have a live video or anything like that, production show that you're doing, these are the guys to call because they're cutting-edge live streaming. So want to welcome Jenny Q to the house, Sonia Blackston, Allison, Ryan, David Dwyer, all of our friends, Sandra Sparks, who's also a member of Erase, part of Erase, or helping out with Erase somehow. She's in there. So let's go ahead and listen to the China Dolls. I mean, wait, that's totally my joke. The Joy Dolls. This is a band that came out of the Facebook group, and this is their song. It's got a really long name. I'm not even going to try to say it. Joy Dolls with, I'm really going to try to say the whole name of the song. It's called Probably I'm Spending All My Time to Learn Some Tricks or Moves to Impress Your Eyes by Joy Dolls. On the Facebook Live broadcast by Indie Music Plus, I'm JoJo Keys. I'm just not going to stop talking, sitting here with David Werba. And no, so I like these guys. These guys are really raw, and it seems like they're in college, and it seems like they recorded it on a 4-track. And that really brought me back. These guys are, they're young, I think. But I don't know. Is this up your alley, man?
Hey, you're in rare form tonight, Joe.
I know.
Hey, everyone, put a number 1 in the chat if you like Joe's glasses. All right, I'm going to look at the chat.
Put a number 2 in the chat if you want to punch me in the face.
All right, we got absolutely no activity. Okay. No, no, the Joy Dolls. Fun band. I'd like to see them live. I really would. You think of the Strokes all the way back to, the Ramones, punk, rock, raw. The sound is raw. It actually it had a little more bass than the Smashed Idols. So in that sense, even though it was like more raw, just to my ears, it was sounding better in that sense because it just had a little more bass in there, and I could actually hear the bass player playing his parts. But I've said a lot of songs I've critiqued where the vocals are way too loud, but this is the opposite.
Yeah, I agree.
The guitar was too loud. If I were to guess, maybe the guitarist mixed the song. That's usually what happens.
Been done live too. It sounds to me like it might have been done on a 4-track live or something like that. But that's just
Yeah, I don't know the story, but I don't know why. I don't know what the story is behind that, but I say that just because I don't want to attack anybody or anything. But if there's one musician in the band that chooses to mix their songs, they can't, like, that happens so often. They just kind of put their own instrument a little higher than it should be, and it's not always about ego. It's just that's just what happens. Like it's kind of weird like that. But if you kind of turn it down a little and you just I was just doing stuff around my house and playing it in the background,
naked, of course, right?
Well, of course, but I actually had a Speedo on. But anyway, it was all I heard was sorry guys. But anyway, the only thing that stuck out to me is, like, I heard the guitar. Like, that's all I heard was like do 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 do. That's all I heard. Do, do, do. I was listening to like almost an instrumental guitar song in that sense.
Sure.
And that's not, unless you're Joe Satriani, that's not the best thing, because
not punk. No.
I mean, okay, so let me ask you, Joe. Can you remember any of the lyrics in that song?
Oh, of course not. But I don't listen to lyrics anyway. But what you said was one of the first things that I noticed about it was the vocals were very, very low. But that's punk. I mean, it's not really. It's about the guitars anyway. But it's
about the guitar so much where you you shouldn't even understand the vocals though. Like that's.
Yeah, I mean, it's it is what it is. I'm sure it wasn't done on purpose, but they're not popsters. They're not looking to, have the vocalist be like the shining star of the song either,
Oh yeah. And in no way is it like a brutal mix or anything. It's just, I think they should just either up the vocals a little or lower the electric guitar a little. I think it would sound better, even though it's raw. I'm not saying like clean anything up, because that's their vibe. It's like raw punk vibe. It's cool.
Well, I got to tell you, the way I found this song is I keep on saying it was in the Facebook group, but it actually wasn't. Now that I remember, I made a post about all the new friends that we've been making in our Facebook group, not the VR placement group, but in the Indie Music Plus Facebook group. Sam, if you want to just throw a link.
Oh, God damn.
It's not the VR placement. It's okay. Just read the description. But anyway, I was enjoying meeting all these new people in our Facebook group, and I try to friend a lot of the people that come into our group. And this guy, I think his name's Angel. He was one of the ones that popped in a song link into one of my personal posts that I asked people to put in their song links, and that's how I got the song to be on the show. So anyway.
Yeah, so I mean, it's cool song, but that's the question I'm left with. I would just like ask the audience, or just put out to the universe, is just because it's punk rock, is it a prerequisite to not understand the vocals? Like that would be the question I would just throw out there.
So just to look back at the comments here, people do like my glasses, just so you know. People didn't respond. There was a 2 from my own business, so I guess my own business wants to punch me in the face. And there's a 5 from Sam Gonzo. I'm not sure what that means. There's probably some sort of relations involved with that. I'm not really sure. But Gail said about the Joy Dolls, though, that she wanted to go dance. And then talking about what we're talking about, she said it's about the verb and the sweat. I don't know if that's what she meant to say, but about the sweat of the community and moving together in a dimly lit, dirty side street bar.
Ooh,
perfect.
I like that. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So do you have anything else you'd like to talk about today before we wrap up? We're going about 4 minutes over so far.
I think the show is about being moved.
Tight ship here.
Gail just proved my point. So she wanted to go dance. So she was moved by that song, just like we were talking about Isabeau earlier. And that to me, that's what it's all about. What's greater than that?
Sure.
When you're listening to a song. So that's it, Joe. Close it out, brother.
I'll have to go back and watch that part of the video, because I was re-recording Isabeau's song for the show.
That's all right.
All right. So yeah, VR music placements, music reviews, social promo. We're doing all kinds of cool stuff. We're going to even start up, I think, a musicians roundtable at some point in the near future. We have a new platform that we're going to be using for that. So thank you everybody for hanging out. I am JoJo Keys, sitting here with David Werbo. We've had featured artist Isabeau on the show, and yeah, join us every week here on Facebook Live. We're probably going to be changing our time in the near future, but we will definitely let you know. Thank you again for Enlightened Audio Visual for hanging out with us, all the replay viewers for watching on YouTube, and also listening on SoundCloud, iTunes, everywhere we are. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, rest of the weekend and a week. See you later.
Thank you, guys.